My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. You ever look at a Beyblade and think, hey, is that banned? Hello everyone, and for this video, we're gonna talk about the Beyblade Hall of Fame. We're gonna be talking about bands that happen in bursts that made it to the Hall of Fame. Now, before we continue with this video, subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. So to go over what an actual bay is for the burst generation, there is a layer, disc, and driver. Obviously, later on, it gets more complicated with customization. Now, what's important? There are 3 ways that you can win in burst. One way is a spin finish. That is when you basically win at the end because of stamina, right? You outspin your opponent. Then after, there is an over finish when you KO your opponent out of the stadium. Then after, the third way, which is what burst introduced, hence the name, a burst finish. That means the layer loses clicks or it slides, and then after it explodes. So to really keep this in mind, it's anything that really did get banned, to put it into context, must have been that it was very hard to actually win against it, right? And the things were very dominant for the meta. So to explain the actual leveling, there's G1, G2, G3, G4. G4 is basic, G1's at the top. G4 is like, store level, whatever, and then after, like you move your way up to the top. So when they're doing these bans and everything early on in Beyblade Burst, this was to try to make the meta as healthy as possible, not to make it forced into one thing. The other thing I want to quickly mention is that, yes, there are probably other stuff I could mention. Really, it's just the Hall of Fame stuff, so I'm not going to mention Spriggan Requiem, or the original Odin, or Chaos, or other stuff like that, just the main Hall of Fame stuff. Now, starting off with our first layer, we have the original Deathscyther, which was prohibited on August 15th, 2016, making its debut on the Hall of Fame for a band. So to basically explain, it's got a very smooth shape, excels in stamina, and does the flywheel effect, which, just give a quick summary, just like a TLDR, it's when less air is pushing on the Beyblade to maximize the spin. And also, it's the idea of opponents being unable to really kind of like destabilize it, to really take it down. So it had high stamina in that regard, and it was very tough to actually push down. And for this example, we're going to show it. So in this, we've got a very simple combination. We have got Deathscyther, and we're going to put this on heavy defense. Now, the idea was that it was the idea of losing clicks. Tough to lose clicks on this thing. Now, to make this have some sense, we're going to do this against the original Valkyrie, right? We're going to do the early, season. We're going to give it Central and Excel because those were our options. Dead. 1 click. All that impact back and forth, 1 click. So regarding our next one, I believe this was 2017. Then after Dark Deathscyther was hit. And they even, and also it's cool too because they specified the releases. So what happens when you evolve Deathscyther again? You get another pretty meta Deathscyther. So more or less the same idea for stamina usage, because there's not that much recoil on it, because of its round shape and everything, and because of how good the teeth were. It was very, very easy just to get this thing, spam it, and win. Now, I do believe there is like small little stuff to mention, like there is other uses than just other stamina stuff, whatever, but neither of them were good for attack, which is funny because both of them were advertised for attack, not used for attack. Now for this, we're going to show an example, which for this one, I just got a very simple one, Gravity Revolve. And we're gonna throw this up against. Now for this, to demonstrate, we have Dark Deathscyther Gravity Revolve against Victory Valkyrie Knuckle Extreme. Now in this, we're going to demonstrate burst resistance and stamina. Now keep in mind, both of these had strong burst resistance and high stamina. So honestly, I think in these cases it does make sense. Generally, the trend you'll notice is that it's basically any time the stamina is really high and it's very hard to burst. Yeah, there you go. I don't think it's gonna do anything after that. Lost a click there. How many clicks we lose here? Like a tiny one. So with Garuda, this ban was done in 2017, August 8th. Now, the ban was very specific. So while Garuda was allowed, it was also not allowed, and we're going to explain. So Garuda, with its original god chip, is allowed. Along with that, Garuda, with a metal god chip, is allowed. However, if you were to use other god chips, it was prohibited. Now, why is that? Now, in this, we're going to show for our example a Garuda with a Arc Bahamut god chip. Now, in specific with the mold, I believe it is the A. It is with the A mold in specific that I've been able to notice. So what makes this such a threat to the Beyblade meta? On those specific god chips, when you actually assemble it, you have insane burst resistance, making it a lot tougher to burst and making it really easy to spam stamina combinations and to dominate the meta. Now, for this comparison, we have 7 glaive and we have atomic here. So we're going to assemble it, and I'm just going to show how it slides. So, very easy, right? You can notice that's not that hard. Now, for the section with actually the middle god chip, I did check the molds on the ones that I have. They are A molds, so I would show, but more or less it's the same idea as the original one. I don't know if they really had the idea with the molds. I'm pretty sure they just said, oh, that's okay. That's probably okay. Forget the rest. But either way, what we're going to demonstrate is basically a tight Garuda versus a not tight Garuda. So we'll do the yellow one, which is not tight. Then after we'll do the blue one, and we're going to see the blue-silver one, and we're going to see how it does. However, if we get this Garuda that has the specific god chip on it, you're going to notice a lot stronger for burst resistance. So this made it a lot more fearsome. Now, for a specific combination I could talk about, let's go with 7 glaive atomic. Very fearsome. Now, to demonstrate the burst resistance, we have the same combination as I've mentioned. We're gonna put this up against Twin Nemesis. I think I have this like 4 glaive extreme. Now to compare with another round, we're going to try with the tighter Garuda. Barely any slides at all, like a teensy bit of a slide. Again, barely any of a slide. So as we're ending off, I think it's so cool to think about their thought process for this stuff. And let me know your thoughts in the comments for what you think about how they ban this stuff. What is your stance on banning parts? Like, what are you for? What are you against? Are there any layers that haven't gotten an official ban by TAKARA TOMY that you think they should have gotten banned, right? Maybe that could be a fun discussion for the thing. Generally, I'm very against banning stuff, only if it's like super, super necessary. than I can see. Although, I don't even know if TT cares too much about the banding stuff, especially near the end of Burst. They're literally doing metal bearing drift, although the metal drivers don't have that good of a lock and everything, but it has like insanely high stamina, but also it's in the DB Stadium and that is a different meta. So, I don't know, maybe they're just like, hey, man, let's just go out with a bang, I guess. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and in the comment section, and in this video, right, I'll make a deal. If this video gets past 1,500 likes and 100 comments, I can cover other bands that weren't from TAKARA TOMY. Maybe I could go over a band history for Burst if you want me to talk about that, for like fan tournament events or stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's kind of it for this video. Hey everyone, we are doing a limited giveaway for our customers who pre-ordered the Hello Kitty on our shop, and the ones who still want to pre-order, make sure to listen. So you automatically get in with your purchase of Kitty, and what we're giving you can win with your purchase of one, or at least one, some got multiple. If you win, you can get one Hello Kitty, that includes the shipping along with the plushie. And you get a plushie of Hello Kitty that is legit authentic from Japan. So for the people who purchase, you're automatically entered into the thing, and for the people who want to get into it, so long as you pre-order before September 10th, which is the draw date, you have a chance. So best of luck to everyone. It's an authentic plushie of Hello Kitty. It's really nice, a good opportunity we want to give back to our support from our customers. And I want to say thank you all for watching. Hopefully we can do more of these in the future. Now we're gonna just play a thing. Alrighty, thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, and bye!